Imagine being woken up by footsteps echoing in the dead of night. Now imagine it's in your own house. This is the chilling tale of Ryan Reynolds' encounter with the unknown. Delve with us into the world of Hollywood's beloved star, Ryan Reynolds. Known for his quick wit and iconic roles, he's a force to be reckoned with in the film industry. But even the star of Deadpool isn't immune to the unnerving mysteries of the unexplained. In his old Vancouver apartment, Reynolds encountered something that defied explanation. As twilight would blanket the city, an unseen visitor would make its presence known. Footsteps, seemingly out of nowhere, would echo through the quiet apartment, followed by the unsettling sound of doorknobs rattling. In the dead of night, under the shroud of darkness, a chilling encounter with the inexplicable unfolded. As the doorknobs rattled, Ryan lay in his bed, a sense of dread creeping over him. It was clear he wasn't alone. The footsteps and rattling doorknobs were just the beginning of Ryan's eerie nights in that Vancouver apartment. Our beloved Deadpool star was no stranger to the world of the supernatural, but what he experienced in that dwelling was beyond any Hollywood screenplay. Ryan would often find himself trying to rationalize these unsettling events. Maybe it was the wind playing tricks, or perhaps the apartment had creaky old infrastructure. But as nights turned into weeks, the events escalated. The footsteps grew louder, the doorknob rattling more aggressive, and the eerie feeling of being watched became a constant companion. He'd lie awake, the tension building, his eyes darting around the dimly lit room, waiting for the next inexplicable occurrence. His attempts to dismiss it as mere imagination faltered as the occurrences became too frequent to ignore. The suspense was palpable, the intrigue deepening with each passing day. Despite his best efforts to shrug it off, the relentless nocturnal activities began to gnaw at his sanity. The story of Ryan Reynolds' paranormal encounter doesn't end with a bang or a whimper, but with an unsettling silence. In the shadowy corners of memory, Reynolds recounts his final days in that Vancouver apartment. The footsteps that echoed in the dead of night, the rattling doorknobs that sent shivers down his spine, all gradually faded into an eerie quiet, an uncanny calm that felt more ominous than comforting. As time passed, Reynolds made the decision to leave the apartment, a choice driven not by fear, but by an inexplicable sense of unease that never seemed to leave him. Even as he packed his belongings, he felt an invisible gaze upon him, as if he were an intruder in his own home. His reflections on this experience were not of terror, but of an unsettling mystery that remained unsolved. He left with more questions than answers, a puzzle that continued to haunt him long after he'd moved out. As he stepped out of that apartment for the last time, Ryan couldn't shake off the feeling that he was leaving something or someone behind.